So yesterday first class, we discussed about the number system. So there are natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, and rational numbers. Rational numbers. So what are rational? Let us recall yesterday's class. What are rational numbers? Rational numbers mean the numbers which can be written in the form of p by q. Which can be written in the form of p by q are called rational numbers, where q is not equal to 0. Rational numbers. The numbers that can be written in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0 are called rational numbers, such as 2 by 3, 5 by 7, 8 by 3, 0, minus 4 by 3, etc. These are all rational numbers. So, the properties of rational numbers, every rational number is not a integer. Every rational number is not a integer. So, when you change this 2 by 3 into, when divide 2 by 3, how many times does go into? Doesn't go. Then keep 0.036 the 80. Remainder 2. Again, 36 the 80. Remainder 2. Again, every time remainder getting the same remainder you are getting. Repeating this. 0.66. This is 0.666666 you are getting. This is decimal form. It is not an integer. Therefore, every rational number is not an integer. Every integer is a rational number. 0 also rational number. 0 means 0 by 1. 0 by 1. Y means it can be written in the form of p by q. Denominator should not be equal to 0. Q is not equal to 0. Now, in the today's class, we can insert. Insert means arrangement. We can arrange any rational numbers between two rationals. Suppose there are two rational numbers a and b. Arrangement of rational numbers. Arrangement of rational numbers between two rationals. Between two rational numbers a and b, we can arrange a plus b by 2 rationals. Means average of these two. Between a and b, you can arrange a plus, the rational number between a and b is what? A plus b by 2. This is mean method. So, let us see the example. Write two rationals between 3 and 4. So, let us arrange between 3 and 4. Two rationals we have to arrange between 3 and 4. So, 3. Let a equal to 3. Given rational numbers are say a and b. One is a, the other one is b. b equal to 4. So, what is the ratio between a and b? Just now we discussed here, a plus b by 2. The ratio between a and b is a plus b by 2. So, rational numbers between 3 and 4 is equal to, you know the formula, a plus b by 2. 3 plus 4 by 2, that equal to 7 by 2. So the rational number between 3 and 4 is what? 7 by 2. 7 by 2. So how many rational numbers we have to arrange? Two rationals. Already we arranged one rational number between 3 and 4, that is 7 by 2. One more rational number let us arrange. 3 and 7 by 2. 3 and 7 by 2 between. 3 and 7 by 2. Now again a equal to 3, b equal to 7 by 4. That equal to what? A plus b by 2. A is 3, b is 7 by 4 by 2. Here LCM is 4, 4 1 4. Sorry, this is 7 by 2. Here is 7 by 2. LCM is 2 here, 2 and 2 LCM. 1 into 2 times 2 3 is 6. 2 into goes once, 1 7 by this 6 plus 7 13. 13 by 2 this by 2. 13 by 4. The ratio number between 3 and 7 by 2 is what? 13 by 4. Between 3 and 7 by 2 is 13 by 4. These are the two rational numbers between 3 and 4. Two rational numbers between 3 and 4 is 13 by 4 and 7 by 2. Like this, we can arrange a infinite number of rationals between 2. This is called mean method. Mean method. So, I go for next single step method. Single step method. Single step method. Method 2. Single step method. Between 3 and 4. Given rational numbers are 3 and 4. How many rationals you can arrange? Two rationals. Two rationals. Number of rationals arranged. The number of rationals arranged is 2. So, since we have to write two rationals between 3 and 4, that is 2 plus 1 equal to 3. If you want arrange 3 rationals, 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. If you want arrange 4 rationals between 2, 4 plus 1, 5. If you want arrange 5 rationals, 5 plus 1, 6. So this result can be written as denominator of each rational. How many rationals you have to arrange between 3 and 4? 2 rationals. 2 rationals means 2 plus 1, 3. So this 3 is write as a denominator of given rational numbers. So 3 is equal, what is the denominator here? 3. So when you multiply by the same thing, divide and multiply with the same thing, that value will not be changed. 3 3 9, 9 by 3. Similarly 4 into 3 by 3. 4 3 is 12. 12 by 3. Here how many rationals you are arranged? 2 rationals. 2 rationals means 2 plus 1, 3. These 3 write as denominator of each rational. What are the given rationals? 3 and 4. These 3 write as denominator of 3 and 4. So 3 is equal to 3. So multiply with 3 and divided by 3. 3 3 is 9 by 3. Similarly 4. 4 is equal, multiply with 3 and divided with 3. 4 is 12 by 3. So 9 by 3 means what? 9 by 3 means that is nothing but 3. 12 by 3 means it is what? Nothing but 4. After 9 by 3 what will get? 10 by 3. After 10 by 3 what will get? 11 by 3. Between 3 and 4 we arranged how many? 2 ratios. This is called single step method. Single step method. Like this we can arrange a infinite number of rationals between 2 rationals. Suppose if you want to arrange 10 rationals, 10 plus 1, 11. 10 plus 1, 11. 11 should be written as denominator of each rational. Suppose if you want to arrange 12 rationals, 12 plus 1 is equal to 13. 13 write as denominator of 3 and 4. So whatever denominator result you will get, with that you multiply and divide it by that. So the resultant one write between the given rationals. This is called single step method. Now next so rational number can be converted into two forms. Rational number can be expressed into two forms. They are A. Terminating decimal. Terminating decimal. B. Non-terminating repeating decimal. Repeating decimal. The other name of repeating is recurring also you can say. RECURRING. Recurring also you can say. Every rational number can be converted into two forms. These two are decimal forms. The various types of decimal forms are terminating decimal and non-terminating. What is terminating decimal? When you divide any number with some other number, the result, the division process will be end with zero, end with the zero remainder. Wherever remainder will get zero, there will stop the doing division. Such a division is called terminating decimal. If the division is continuous, when it is repeated same remainder, if you get every time, if you get the same remainder, so that is called non-terminating repeating decimal. Example A, terminating decimal. Terminating decimal. Terminating decimal means that division in which process will be end with the zero remainder, that is called terminating decimal. Example 3 by 4. 3 by 4. 3 divided by 4. So let us do the division here. 3 when you 3 divided by 4. Does 4 go in 3? Does 4 go in 3? No. Then what we will do? We keep here 0 point and bring 0. 30 now. 4 how many times does go in 30? 7 times. 4 7 28. Remainder 2. Again remainder 0. Put 0. 20. 4 5 are 20. Remainder how much? 0. The division process is end here. It is why it is end? Because wherever you got remainder 0, then you stop doing the division. So this will end with the remainder 0. So what is the quotient here? 0.75. So this is called terminating decimal. So wherever you get remainder 0, in which stage we get the remainder 0, then we stop the doing the division. Such a method is called terminating decimal. 0.75 terminating decimal. Now let us discuss non-terminating repeating decimal. Non-terminating repeating decimal. Example non-terminating recurring. Example 1 by 3 is there. 1 by 3. So 1 divided by 3. I show by doing division. Does 3 go in 1? No, doesn't go. Then what will do? 0 point, bring 0. Now the 1 becomes 10 now. 3 how many times does go in 10? 3 times. 3 3 are 9. 10 minus 9? 1. Again 0. 3 how many times does go in 10? 3 times. 3 3 are 9. Remainder 1. Again 0. 3 3 are 9. 10 minus 1. Every time what you are getting? Same remainder you are getting. Same remainder. What same remainder here? 1. Every time you are getting the 1 remainder. So here quotient is repeating here. Such a decimal is called non-terminating recurring decimal. Therefore 1 by 3 is equal to what? 0.333333. So the digit after decimal, the digit which repeats over that, keep bar. 0.3. This is called non-terminating repeating decimal. So this bar part is called period. Bar part is called. So the digits that present in the bar part is called period. Period is 3. Period is 3. One more example. Now I will give you here. 10 by 7. 10 by 7. 10 by 7. 10 divided by 7. 10 divided by 7. 7 1 is 7. Remainder 3. Thus 7 going 3 doesn't go. Keep decimal point. 7 4 is 28. Remainder 2. Again 0. 7 3 is 21. Doesn't go. 7 2 is 14. Remainder 6. 0. 7 8 is 56. Remainder 4. 0. 7 5 is 35. Remainder 5. 0. 7 7 is 49. Remainder 1. Remainder 1. Same 10. 7 1 is 7. 10 minus 7 3. 0. 7 4 is 28. Remainder 2. 7 2 is 14. Remainder 4. 0. 7 5 is 35. Remainder 5. 0. 7 7 is 49. Remainder 1. 0. Again 7 1 is 7 1 is 7. Like this, we get the same thing, same remainder, same repeating here. That is what? Which is repeating here? 4 2 8 5 7. 4 2 5 7 is repeating. So 7 1 7 1. This is the repeating. This is repeating. Which is repeating here? 4 2 8 5 7 1 is repeating. 5 7 1 is repeating. So over that we will keep the bar. 4 2 8 5 7 1. Over that keep the bar. So what is the period? Here period is 4 2 8 5 7 1. In the quotient after decimal, whatever digit repeats, that is called period. The period is 4 8 5 7. Every time 4 8 5 7 1. 4 8 5 7 1. So that is repeated. Such a decimal is called non-terminating recurring decimal. The period is the digit which repeats is called period. Periodicity. Periodicity. Periodicity means the number of digits in the bar part. The number of digits in the bar part. In the bar part, how many digits are there? Count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The periodicity is 6. Periodicity is 6. So like this, we can express rational numbers into two forms: terminating decimal and non-terminating repeating decimal. Now, express. We know how to change into terminating and non-terminating decimal. Now, change decimals, whether it is terminating or non-terminating, change decimals into rational, P by Q form. So far we did that. Rationals we have changed into two forms: terminating decimal and non-terminating repeating decimal. Now they give decimals. Means whether it is terminating or non-terminating, change into P by Q form, rational form. Not change into rational form, P by Q form. 3.28. This is the decimal form. This is terminating decimal. Why? Because after decimal the quotient is ended with the 8. This is terminating decimal. How to recognize? How to identify the terminating decimal? The quotient will end with the some digit. The decimal is end with what here? 8. So this is a terminating decimal. Now what you have to do? The integral part is 3 here. Integral part means before decimal. Before decimal, whatever number is there, that is integral part. Integral part is 3. The decimal part is what? 2 8. Put together these two. You put together integral part and decimal part. Integral part is what? 3. Integral part means before decimal is called integral part. Decimal part is 2 8. Put together, the result one write as numerator. Now in the denominator, write as many zeros are there. You write as many zeros in the denominator as there are digits in the after decimal. After decimal, how many digits are there? 2 digits are there. You have to write 100. If there are 3 digits are there after decimal, write 1000. If there are 4 digits in the after decimal, you have to write 4 zeros, means that is 10,000, like that. So after decimal, how many digits here? 2 digits. We have to write 2 zeros. 2 zeros means 100. After decimal, there are 3 digits. We have to write 1000. That is after 1, 3 zeros. If there are 4 digits after decimal, we have to write in the denominator 10,000. 10,000. So 328 by 100. If you want, you can simplify. 4 8 is 32. 4 2 is 8. 4 25 is 100. This is 82 by 25. So the decimal form 3.28, it can be changed into P by Q form, where P is equal to 82, Q is equal to 25. Similarly, non-terminating decimal also you can change into P by Q form. Example, express 1.62 into P by Q form. P by Q. How to change this? Let what decimal this is? Non-terminating repeating decimal. We have to change into P by Q. Let you say given one is x. X is equal to 1.62. X is equal to 1 point. Bar means what? Bar means which is repeated. Over which digits bar is there? 62. 1 point bar 62 means 62, 62, 62, 62 repeated like this. So you write periodicity. Periodicity. What is periodicity? Periodicity means just I explained. Periodicity means number of digits in the bar part. In the bar part, how many digits are there? 2 digits. So periodicity is 2. Periodicity is 2. If there are 3 digits, periodicity is 3. If 4 digits, periodicity is 4. So here periodicity is 2. So you have to multiply on both sides by 10 square. Multiplying on both sides by 10 square. If the periodicity is 3, 10 cube. 10 square means what? 100. 10 square means 100. Both sides, LHS and RHS. LHS is what? X. X multiplied by 10 square. 10 square means 100. RHS is what? 1.626262 into 10 square, 100. X into 100, 100x. That equal to 1.62626262 so on into 100 multiplied by 100. So this decimal is after what? After 1.62. We are multiplying with 100. The decimal jumps 2 places forward. 2 places forward. The decimal is actually here. We are multiplying with 100. 100 means there are 2 zeros. So decimal jumps after 2 places. After 2 places. After 6.62. 1.626262 you get. If you multiply with 1000, the periodicity is 3, you multiply with 1000. 1000 means 3 zeros. 3 zeros means the decimal jumps 3 places forward, right side, towards its right. So here multiplying with 100, the decimal jumps 2 places forward. So 162.6262. And first one is what here? X is equal. This is second one. This is what? Second one. Second equation. This is what? First equation. Under second equation, you write first equation. X is equal to 1.626262. Now subtracting minus 100x minus x, 99x is equal to 2 minus 2 0, 6 minus 6 0, 2 minus 1 1, 6, so 161. 99x is equal to 161.0. After decimal, zeros are not valued. 161. X is equal to what? 161 by 99. This portion becomes their denominator, divides. 99x equal to 161. X is equal to 161 by 99. This non-terminating decimal 1.162 we change into P by Q form. 161 by 99. So this is today's class. This much only. So we will discuss in the next class. We will go for next class tomorrow. Next topic. I will give the homework problems. Children, you have to do in the textbook, 9th class textbooks. You do these problems. Do these problems. Do it. Assignment. Do this. Do these problems. You have to complete. And exercise 5.1, exercise 1.1, exercise 1.1. You complete exercise 1.1 first chapter real numbers, exercise 1.1 you can do whatever the concept I taught so far. So related to exercise 1.1, you complete exercise 1.1. In the next class we will discuss some another topic. Okay, thank you.